Let me ask you something. Do you have secrets from your past that you have sworn to take to your grave? Things that seem would be too embarrassing to tell anyone? Well, welcome to the club. It's called the human race, and we all harbor these fears. Welcome back, folks. Dr. Don here with the Dunamis Initiative, and today we're continuing to walk through the 12 steps with a Christ-centered worldview. If you're finding any benefit to these videos, please subscribe and hit the like button so we can get them in front of other people suffering in the same way. And if you're new to this series, hang in there with us today. And at the end, look for links below to go to our channel page and find the first 3 steps. So, step 4 says, we made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. And the Christian value associated with this step is courage. Practically speaking, this step is about putting a pen to paper and making a very thorough list of the timeline of your life. Think about it as a detailed inventory of all the experiences you've lived through. Include both the crummy things that you have done and all the crummy things that have happened to you. And we're not just thinking about them, we are writing them down in detail. Of all the steps, the 4th seems to be the one that scares most folks away quicker than all the others. Many people just seem to disappear right after getting the assignment. Courage seems to be really hard to come by when we feel shame. The question is, why has this step been a line in the sand for so long? But it actually makes sense if you're forced to do this step all alone. The good news is that as a follower of Christ, you don't have to go it alone. Let me explain. When I try to examine my life all on my own, it's like I have had to walk into a very dark room without a flashlight. I bump into things and get painful bruises, and I have a lot of fear about what could be lurking in the shadows. When I ask God to take me in, I have light. That results in a lot less pain and a lot less fear. You might say, well, what's the difference? That one way or another, you're going to be judged. And that's not the way it all works, though. When I look in the mirror, I might ask, what is wrong with me? I believe Satan, the accuser, who says that I'm forever imperfect and that no matter what happens, I'll always be wrong and I have no hope for improvement. He tells me that no matter what I do, I violated God and will always be judged by that. We're afraid to ask God to search us because of what we fear He will find. Well, newsflash, my dear friends, your Creator already knows everything about you and that you would go down this path that you've chosen. He knows every dark corner of your life, and He still loves you. The Bible tells us that we are to leave the judging to God and to quit listening to Satan when he tells us we should be ashamed. When we get into a loop of self-condemnation and blame, all we can see is shame. We say we're unworthy of God's love and forgiveness, so we fear His judgment. We look for another way out and get into this loop called analysis paralysis. In the end, there is no healing or growth, just a defeated sense of unworthiness. I think Paul says it best in 1 Corinthians 4 when he says, I do not even judge myself. It is the Lord who judges me. Now, to allow step 4 to be a tool that helps us grow, we need to ask God into the whole process. In the 139th Psalm, I love it when David says, search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there's any offensive way within me and lead me in a way everlasting. You are unable to heal through things that you cannot see. And you cannot see clearly without inviting the Holy Spirit into this step. So instead of praying, why am I like this? What do I need to do to be a better Christian? Am I just faking this whole thing? Instead, try praying, God, I feel far from you and your Son, and I know I cannot fix it on my own. Please show me why. and your plan for my way out of this darkness. See the difference? Instead of doing your inventory trying to just list as many things as you need to start feeling better, seek to draw God into the whole process and allow Him to actually heal your woundedness, rather than just putting a Band-Aid and makeup over it. The difference is enormous. As for the actual nuts and bolts of how to do a fearless inventory for step 4, why don't you see chapter 8 in the Dunamis Effect book and the workbook. The hard part isn't the list. It's the courage to push into and through the whole thing with honesty, transparency, and deep vulnerability. On your own, this can be a scary neighborhood. With Jesus by your side, you can safely and courageously approach this step that carries within it some of the most important tools for your future healing. Remember God's instructions to Joshua. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Come on, you can do this. Pray for wisdom and take the inventory this step calls for. Just don't do it alone. Now, we're going to see you soon in a video where we tackle the 5th step together. It's cool. You got this. We got this. Peace.
Just a reminder, the Dunamis Effect is a Christ-centered 12-step recovery program and not medical care. Dr. Middleton is a physician, but he's not your physician. So we encourage you to work with a qualified healthcare professional as part of your recovery. You were created worthy of care, support, and a healthy life in sobriety.